I just got laid off on a Zoom call. Imagine logging in, I can't show my face, I can't chat with anybody, I can't even mute or unmute. And that was really weird. Then the president comes on. He's already looking devastated. That's when I knew something was wrong. A few hours later, I got the email. I was out of the company. But here's the thing. Within a few weeks, I already landed a new job. And in this video, I'm gonna walk you through exactly how I did it. The immediate actions I took, the mistakes that most people make, and the tough love advice that you may not want to hear, but you need to. So it all happened when we usually have all hands meeting every 2 weeks. And this is where people can actually see each other's faces, we can actually chat with each other, talk to each other, and so forth. And so it was really weird when I can't show my face, I can't talk, I can't chat with anybody when the all hands meeting happened. And I already knew, okay, this is weird, something's going on. And I just thought it was like a regular all hands meeting, right? Because we have it every 2 weeks. But then the president comes on. He already looks sad. And just immediately, like I knew, okay, layoff is about to happen. I seen this coming, I knew this was gonna happen. And then of course, he let us know that 10 to 20% of the company is being let go. And we were let go the day of the announcement, right? And what's crazy is like, originally I didn't thought that I got let go because my coworkers, they were actually receiving the emails first. And I was like, oh, maybe I'm still here, maybe because I haven't received anything. But then later in the day, it was like, I think in the afternoon sometime, it's when I finally got the email saying that I was let go and that they're gonna offer me a service package. And they're gonna also give me a career coach or career services to utilize while I find my next job. And I just want to be clear, like I wasn't devastated when I heard the news because I kind of saw it coming. Like we were not hitting revenue numbers. We were hiring a ton of people that I thought we were just doing it too fast. And also like they recently bought out another company that I was a part of and my company was added to their team. And there was already a lot of people on the team already. So I just knew like, okay, it's getting too bloated. I feel like something's gonna happen and boom, of course it happened. And the reason why I'm not too devastated, because like I say, number one, I kind of saw it coming. Number two is that I'm good with money. So I already have money saved up in case something like this ever happened. Because this happened during COVID as well when I got laid off out of nowhere and I had a newborn child and everything. So it's like, it was a scary time. But this time I actually saved up, I had money, I had an emergency fund. Like I was just prepared for this moment. So I knew it was gonna happen. And the thing with me is like, I would never burn bridges. Like I am very appreciative of what the company offered me. The coworkers were great to work with. They even paid for a very expensive communication course that I got to take as well. So like just overall, they did treat me really well there. I am very grateful for the opportunity they gave me. And of course, it's very unfortunate that they let me go, but that's the way the business is. And I'm not gonna fight it. I'm not gonna call them out or talk mess about them. I don't think it's ever a good idea to burn bridges. I think what's very important is the actions that I take afterwards, right? Do I let it make me depressed? Do I let it make me sad? Or do I immediately take action and make sure I am succeeding? And that is exactly what I did. Right after I heard the news that I was being let go, I messaged everybody that I have worked with before and say, hey, I'm getting let go. Can you please leave me a LinkedIn recommendation? I think I probably asked over 20 to 30 people. And I think within a week or two, I had over like 15 new LinkedIn recommendations. And the reason why I asked for those is because, LinkedIn is a public profile and people could go on there to see my history and they can see all the recommendations that, I'm good to work with and the things I've accomplished and why they should hire me for their job. So super appreciative for everybody that have sent me a LinkedIn recommendation because it has helped me a lot. And also, I immediately applied for unemployment. Like no waiting, no hesitation. I did not want any huge gap in my income. So I immediately applied for unemployment and that was fairly easy to do because, I was laid off on the day of the announcement. And then on top of that, I invested in a career coach. So I used this career coach on Upwork.com. I used her twice actually in the past. And each time she got me a better job that paid more. So I did the same thing here where I sent her my resume with my updated work history and boom, she gave me a critique of the resume and my cover letter. It only costs around $150 plus tips. So highly recommend investing in Upwork or someone professional to look over your resume to make sure it's on par because I'm aiming for 6-figure jobs now. Like that's my experience, that's my work experience, and that's the only thing I'm gonna aim for. That means like my resume have to be top notch. It has to compete with other people that are competing me for that job position. Also, there's something called like the ATS system where it's like automation either approving or disapproving your applications. And I just want to make sure I pass the ATS system as well. So I did all those things. I applied for unemployment right away to make sure I'm getting income. I asked everybody for a LinkedIn recommendation. I asked people to use as reference. So I have like over 5 people that I could use as reference. And I hired a career coach to help me with the resume and cover letter so that I could post it up and start applying for a job with confidence. Because applying for a job is absolutely difficult, right? It's draining. It's hard to do. You're going to be getting a ton of declines. That's just part of the process. But it's good to know that when I sent off my resume, it's in top-notch shape. So my goal was to take action ASAP, not making excuses, don't fall into a depressive state. I know that life is hard and being laid off is hard, but I cannot afford to slow down or be sad because I have 2 young kids I got to take care of. I'm a single dad as well. So like any gap of income is just not good at all. I have to really push myself to make sure I get another job ASAP. And real quick, if this video is interesting and helpful so far, hit the like button. It tells YouTube that this video is worth sharing to more people that's going through the same thing. Thank you. I do want to offer some tough love that I mentioned earlier. People that talk about wanting to get a new job or wanting to get a better job and still stuck in the same job for years and years and years, or even getting laid off like I just did right now. You have to improve your resume or your career or something, right? Like you have to take action. I know people that have been in the same position for years doing the same thing, getting paid basically around the same thing because each year it's like a minimum pay raise. I'm just like, if you really truly want to find a better job, you got to put yourself out there. You got to update your resume. You got to update your cover letter. You got to go networking. You got to make connections, right? So one video stuck out. There's like a YouTube channel called Jubilee. There's a businessman. He was talking to this guy. He was applying for jobs and he sent over 450 resumes or applications and he had no callback. Even after 100 applications, you still have no callback? Like that got to be a red flag, right? Like that's when you got to know that, okay, something's going on. I think I need to improve something with my resume or with my profile. After sending out 450 or even 100 resumes and there's still no callback for interviews, something's going on, right? And PPD, he even tried to offer this guy a job, but this guy was still so selective with his role, even though he is seeking a new job. I think one of the things about applying for new jobs or just trying to make an income or getting new skills, like you cannot be selective. It's not good to be selective. You're still building your skills. You're still building your connection. Unless you have the experience and you have the proof and you have data to back up your claims, then of course you can negotiate better. But if you're selective and you're desperate, you should try to find jobs that's along your career path, but don't be too picky. Like find a job, work it for now until you find another job. Like you got to keep applying for more jobs again and again if you really don't like the job that you're working at. So I just implore people just to not be too picky with the jobs, right? Like, especially if you're still building up your skills and you still got a bit of proof, you cannot be too selective. So what I'm saying is just like change strategy, hire a career coach, $150. I'm pretty sure you can save that much money after a month, right? Don't eat out, stop spending out, even borrow $150. You can owe them back when you get a higher paying job, right? Just do something that can improve your standing, your resume, your network, and just have people that could vouch for you as well. Find referrals. I just feel like people have more potential than they realize. They just gotta take action and work on certain things to make their profile more better. So now let's talk about me landing a new role within a month of being laid off. And so this actually came from a connection. This was one of the connections where I asked, hey, can I get a LinkedIn recommendation? And instead of getting me that, he actually gave me a connection to this new job. And this new job is basically demand generation for a starter firm, and it's a 2-month contract. And if I do a great job and I bring results, then it has the potential to become full-time. Now, I'm fully aware that, it's a 2-month contract. It doesn't mean that it's going to turn to full-time. So like, that's always in the back of my head. I'm prepared if it doesn't come to full-time. But it's just great that I was able to find a job. It was through a connection because me and the connection, we have worked together before. So he knows my skill set, which is why he recommended me this contract role. Also, this contract role is actually very different from my career path because I'm more product marketing, which is all about positioning and messaging so that customers understand exactly what we do. And demand generation is more about creating content to attract new customers. And so this is more of a demand generation, and it's still a path that I want to follow as well. But it's just another great opportunity to work at a startup, to learn new skills, to be better at it, to use my demand gen skills because I did that in the past, and more. So this is just a great opportunity, even if it's not a full-time job, which is what I wanted. This contract role will help me suffice in the meantime. And like I say, there's still potential for it to become a full-time job. So what I'm saying is rely on your connections as well. Ask your friends, ask your referral network, ask your LinkedIn. If you're connected with a lot of people on LinkedIn, ask them and see if they know any job position, if they know anything, or if you can just use them as referral or as a LinkedIn recommendation. And in the meantime, as you're applying for jobs, use that opportunity to learn new skills. During the whole month of layoff, I was learning how to use meta ads. I was learning more about product marketing. I was learning more about demand generation. I was learning a new skill called vibe coding, where it's a website called replete.com, where it creates software for me. Like, it's insane. I'm just learning new skills back to back to keep my mind sharp and to give me a higher chance of getting a higher paid job, right? Because I'm laid off. But I saw that as an opportunity to find a higher paying job, and that's exactly what happened. This new role pays way higher than my last role. Now, I do admit that even though I did get laid off, there was a distraction period every now and then. Like, I still hustled and I still took action, but every now and then it can get tough, right? Because you're applying for a lot of jobs. I got like over maybe 15, 20 declines, and it's always tough to see that, right? Because sometimes you feel like a failure, and when you feel like a failure, you get distracted by social media or gaming and other stuff. And I just want you to be aware that that's part of the process, right? Like, it's okay when you falter or when you get a lot of declines. That's part of the process. Just keep pushing forward. Just be aware that, oh man, I'm playing games when I should be learning new skills, or I'm on social media when I should be going network, right? Like, just try to be more self-aware when you're getting distracted or you're wasting time and you know that you should be doing something else. You can also find accountability groups as well to make sure you're on track. Overall, I just want to encourage you that, being laid off sucks and it's definitely not good, but what you do after that immediately, like taking action, approving your resume, networking, like, it will help you tremendously. So don't fall into despair. Keep working on your skills. Keep applying for jobs. And do not burn bridges. Please do not burn bridges with the past. I know, like, it sucks when they just lay you off. Like, I got laid off the day of the announcement, right? But I don't think it's never a good idea to burn bridges, because you want to reference, like, I still reference people from the last company I work at, right? So it doesn't make any sense for me to say anything bad about the company. And truthfully, I am grateful for the company as well, because they did, like I say, give me good opportunities. I'm just very grateful about the past, and I'm just looking forward to the present and future, right? That is my goal, because I have a family to take care of. Now, if you want to learn more about some of the best habits I use to stay productive when my time was laid off, watch this video right here. Thank you for watching.